Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me for your daily reading. This reading will not be the typical tarot message that I do. I have been instructed to do an oracle reading for the collective for today. So this morning I woke up with a sore throat, and I figured that either I ate something that gave me indigestion, which causes a sore throat sometimes, or I'm coming down with another cold in the middle of May, right? So I decided to do the tarot readings this morning, and I kept encountering technical difficulties, various difficulties recording. I would record and the recording would stop in the middle of the message and so on. So I got those out of the way. I fixed those issues, and then I pulled some cards for a new reading, and I could not intuit the message. I was completely blocked. So I'm being advised to do an oracle message reading instead of the typical tarot reading. Now, we do have a new moon in Taurus today and tomorrow, and Taurus is representative of the throat chakra, the mouth, the upper esophagus, the upper digestive system even. And it is ruled by the sign of Venus, which is our values, our self-esteem, the things that we hold on to, how we take care of what we value. And if you don't value things, you don't have any gratitude, or you don't appreciate certain things, then you're not going to take care of it, including yourself or your money. So you may be someone who has access to a lot of money, but because you don't value yourself, you don't value the money that you have. Or you may be somebody who cannot get money or earn, who cannot reach your earning potential because you don't think you deserve it, or because you don't think you're good enough, or you have a bad relationship with money. So some of you guys may be having to contend with issues with money and value. And also these psychosomatic manifestations of unresolved trauma in your physical body based on whatever house Taurus is in. Live in the moment. What you're looking for is within you, and finding the path, living in the moment. So some of you guys may be rigid, inhibited, fearful, paranoid. Finding the path. You are the driver and the navigator. Living in the moment. What you are looking for is within you. So some of you guys may be looking for permission to be your best self. You're looking for someone to give you directions on how to align with your purpose. And that's something that is an intuitive process. You receive messages from the universe by way of maybe a social media post, or books you're reading, or conversations you overhear, and things of that nature. You guys have to tune into your intuition more. You have to appreciate or value or pay attention to the subtleties of the messages you're receiving that may not be as obvious as you would like. So some of you guys may want, for example, you want a job offer, or you want something tangible that you can hold on to say, okay, I'm supposed to go on this path. I'm supposed to take this career path. I'm supposed to go towards this relationship. You're looking for like a big bang or some tangible, quantifiable reason for you to go on this path. Some of you guys may say that, well, if it's not going to pay enough money, I don't really care about it. Taurus, Venus. I'm afraid of going on this path of being an artist or a teacher or musician because it doesn't pay a lot of money. Even though I'm not really happy where I am now, I'm not living in the moment. I'm living to pay my bills. I'm living for security. I'm not living in the moment. I'm living for security. I prefer security over fulfillment and peace. So some of you are making a false equivalency with stability and peace, with stability and security and peace. You could have stability and security, but no peace. So you're looking for a teacher or guide or some sort of message to help you to align with your purpose, collective. You're afraid of doing it on your own, or you don't want to take a risk. And that is typical Taurus energy. Some of you guys are being compelled to take a risk and bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. You can create your own path by living in the moment. What you're looking for is with you or within you. So you already have everything you need to go on this path. You have the experience, you have the talent, you have the intellect, you have the passion and the drive. All you need is directions on how to proceed forward. But those directions are within you. You have to listen to your intuition. Your intuition is guiding you on which path to take, but you're not appreciating it or respecting it because it's not tangible. You can't see it or touch it. It's something that comes from the mind or your heart. So some of you guys could have a blocked heart chakra, in a blocked throat chakra. You don't trust in your abilities to manifest using your creativity. And creativity doesn't just have to mean art and dance and music. It can be writing. It could be public speaking. It could be, writing, not even writing. It could be mathematics. It could be starting your own business. It doesn't have to be art and music and dance. So when we talk about paths are usually, I don't want to say linear, but they're structured. Paths are usually structured. When you go to college and you take courses, you have a whole course outline that you need to take to finish your degree. You got to take 120 credits. Here's your syllabus. Here's a curriculum that you have to take in order for you to pass your program. So you have to find a balance between living in the moment and finding the path. This is you being creative, but also being structured and organized. So you have to either be more creative and less structured, or be more structured and less creative. There's no balance here. Venus is about balance too. Some of you guys are living too much in the moment and not having a path. You're just doing whatever you feel like doing. And some of you guys are too structured. You're not living in the moment. And you're waiting for permission to live in your truth. You're waiting for permission to do what you know you're supposed to be doing based on your intuition and your feelings. Yes, you have stability. Yes, you have resources, but you don't have fulfillment because you're too much on your path or you're too much living in the moment. You have to balance both, collective. So living in the moment is like, this is like Leo energy, and finding the path would be Taurus energy. Here's the plan. Here's how we're going to get here. You can expect this particular outcome based on this course of action that you're taking. More structured and more linear. This is fire and earth. You have to integrate those two energies. They're actually quite compatible. You can do a lot with fire and earth energies because fire deals with transformation. It also deals with inspiration. It's a very magical element. And then earth gives structure to fire because if you have uncontrollable fire, then you just burn everything down and then there's nothing left but ashes. You can use earth to contain fire. You can use structure to contain your inspiration, your passion, your creativity, your joy. So now you're channeling it into something that is tangible. I can express what's in my heart materially, tangibly. You can see what I'm writing. You can hear my music. That is also earth energy because it could be in your head all day. You can have music in your head. You can have songs in your heart. You can have, stories that you have in your head, but you're not putting it on paper. That would be the path. That would be the structure. That would be the substrate or the medium that you're using to express the fire within you. So you guys, there's no balance here. You got to find a balance between living in the moment of being extremely creative and in your imagination, in your head, with passion and confident, having fun, doing what you feel like doing, and doing it in a way that's structured so that you can manifest things materially from your creativity. So this is you being a starving artist, living in the moment. But you're a starving artist because you have not devised a structured plan for success. You're waiting for someone, or you're following someone else's blueprint, or you're waiting for someone to give you permission to do this and take yourself seriously. So you're waiting for somebody to give you guidance, collective. And what you're looking for is already within you. You know the structure and the plan. All you have to do is say, here's the goal. My goal is to publish this content. My goal is to start this business. How am I going to get there? That's how you're going to define your path, by first establishing a goal. Some of you guys don't have goals. Your goal is just to live in the moment and have fun and do what you want to do. That's cool and everything, but you're going to stay here. You're going to stay living in the moment. Or some of you guys are so insecure about your value, what you have to offer. You're looking for rules. You're going to school constantly, reading all these books, looking for gurus and guides to tell you what you need to be doing. You know what you need to be doing already, collective. You're just not doing it because you're afraid of failure. So you find comfort in the structures of school or books or gurus or guides telling you what to do. And that gives you an excuse to not manifest or express what you're learning or what you have within you. So it goes both ways. You have to have a balance between fire and earth here, collective. More insight, please. What's the soul truth of the collective for today? Soul truth for the collective. Fire and earth. This is like cooking food on the stove. Earth would be the pot, and fire would be the heat that's used to cook the food. That's how they work together. You need both. You can't have all fire and you cannot have all earth. You have to balance the two elements. Soul truth message for the collective for today, please. Thank you. Am I on the right path? Finding the right path. Finding the path. You guys keep questioning whether or not you're on the right path. If you're too much in fire, no. If you're too much in earth, no. You have to balance both. You have to use your passions to inform the path and your path to give structure to your passions. Sometimes we second guess what we are doing. We lose trust in the process and question if we are even on the right path at all. Right, you're second guessing yourself. You are the driver and the navigator, not your teacher, not YouTube videos, not any books you're reading. You know exactly what you need to do, but you have not set a goal yet, collective. What is the goal that you can visualize and manifest as a result of your visualization? There's no visualization here. This person's eyes are closed. They're just la, 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 having fun, being free, doing what they want to do without any structure. You cannot operate that way. You have to have a balance of both. Know this, you're on the right path. Keep going, keep believing, keep remembering that you made a soul contract that you're currently fulfilling in every area of your life. Even if you can't see it, doesn't mean it is not real. Today's soul action. Today, search for all the ways you're aligned with your soul's purpose. The signs will appear. Let this newfound trust fuel your next steps. So, again, some of you guys could be living in the moment too much to the point where you don't see a path or you're not interested in structure. You just want to have fun and freedom. You think that creativity is all about freedom without any structure. You guys could have hated school. You may not like to read. You don't like listening to people, maybe. A lot of Aries energy in your chart, a lot of fire energy. Or some of you guys are too earthy. You're too focused on someone else giving you guidance. Someone else giving you permission to be a leader of your own life. This is Taurus energy, 18, magic stream. 38, heal the ouch. You try to get to these before the battery runs out. Okay. Magic stream number 18. Everything is connected through the universal flow of consciousness. Every experience you have seems to have its own life story with a beginning, a middle, and eventually an end. However, there's a danger in seeing events as separate from one another, since in fact, they're all a part of a continuity and a greater evolution, right? So you don't have to separate fire from earth. You don't have to separate structure from creativity. That's not necessary. You can have both. You need both. The best artists, musicians, writers, and businessmen, they've integrated their fire and earth energies very well. Like an ever-flowing magic stream, your experiences filter through the whole world, one leading into another, informing and influencing still more. So use your passions to inform the path or to devise a structure for your life. And use your structures to help control, manage, optimize, utilize the energies that you have within you efficiently and effectively. You're wasting a lot of energy too, guys. You're wasting a lot of energy and time daydreaming, fantasizing, what if, maybe if, all the possibilities. But if you're not putting it on paper, if you're not making it tangible or real, you're going to stay in this space and you're going to feel unfulfilled, collective. Inspiration, living in the moment, invention, and revelations rarely come to just one person. The collective awareness is a shared storehouse of potential. When you remember you're a part of the fluid continuity of life, you become a channel for great inspiration. So you are the source of your own power, collective. So other people can be inspired by you. You don't have to wait for a guru to tell you how to be a guru to other people. You're your own guru already. You have your own experiences and your own wisdom and your own knowledge that you can use to help guide people. Some of you guys don't have faith in that ability to lead in that way. It's a process. You have to value yourself enough to value what you have to offer to the world. Taurus, Venus energy. And again, this is pertaining to whatever house Venus and or Taurus is in your natal chart. When you remember you're a part of the fluid continuity of life, you become a channel for great inspiration. You become the channel. So now you're going to receive more messages, more inspiration, more energy, and more passion as you go on your journey. But as long as you're here, you're just like a wildfire with no purpose, just burning everything down. No structure. You have no structure in your life. You have no structure in your relationships, no structure in your career. You're just like somebody who's an artist, but, they're not making any progress. They haven't put out an album yet. They're just making music with no theme, no structure, no organization, just when I feel like it. Which is, that has its merits, but in order for you to have true fulfillment, you have to honor the earth energies, the earth plane, which is material, tangible, practical application. You have to have all four elements. Earth, air, fire, and water. Some of you guys are too much in water and earth, water and air. Sorry, water and fire. Even air. You're too much in water, air, and fire. Thinking about it a lot. You got feelings and passion for it. And you're mostly connected to what you're doing, but there's no structure here. You need more structure. You need more earth to channel the fire, the air, and the water, or to be a vessel for fire, air, and water. Otherwise, you wouldn't even reincarnate on the planet if you could just live in the ethers all day. You need to be able to reincarnate as a 3D material, tangible earth body to evolve spiritually. And that evolutionary process is not just psychological or emotional or mental or about your passions and intuition. It's about having the discipline to apply your skills and your gifts and your talents and knowledge into creating resources or opportunities or information or experiences for people around you to be inspired as well. How are you helping other people? Some of you guys are really intuitive and you are natural healers or teachers or philosophers, but you may not have gone to school for it. You have a natural gift for this. And because you have a natural gift for it, you didn't appreciate it because it wasn't, you didn't follow an ordained path. You didn't go to school. You didn't go to church. You're not working at a job that hires you for this particular skill set. So you're like, well, if society has not ordained me or they haven't given me those credentials, then I don't have those abilities. I'm just scamming or I'm just hustling or I'm just doing it as a hobby. That's not true. You have everything you need to be an inspiration for somebody else. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Allow the magic to flow through you and carry your dreams to reality. Taurus energy, 3D stuff, practical stuff, reality. Right now you're living in your head. You're living your imagination and your feelings. Your success will benefit many. It will. If you are a musician, a writer, an artist, a teacher, philosopher, people will appreciate you for your unique insight because you have not been indoctrinated in the system. You can see things from a different perspective. So the way you think is maybe different from other people. You see things from a different perspective. So you're offering something different to the conversation. And people will follow you because of that. Not because you went to school and got your degrees. And degrees have their place. But, if you have a degree, you followed a particular course outline. You followed, a curriculum track. So somebody else told you what you needed to know, as opposed to you saying, based on your experiences in life or based on your past life experiences that you've brought into this current life, you're ignoring those for the sake of following a system, a structure that was designed to indoctrinate the masses into a false sense of security and ignorance. And so you're here to liberate. You have to exemplify the qualities of the structure that you're trying to create or the system you're trying to build. You cannot have a school or a business that's all fire and you're all living in the moment with no organization. And you can't have a school or institution that does not allow for creativity, inspiration, magic, idealism. There has to be a combination of both fire and earth or water and earth. You see the path? You see all these straight lines here? Very angular. But here, and then we have like this curve here. It's combining left brain, right brain, feminine, masculine, earth, fire energy. Intuition, inspiration, fire, and practical application, earth. You need both. Okay? Now to number 38, heal the ouch. Forgiveness is the heal of the world. This is a time for great soothing of the heart, body, soul, and mind, as this card indicates that healing will be prevalent in your life now. If you feel drawn to study the healing arts, you'll be successful in developing your natural capacity to restore others to wellness. Collective, some of you guys didn't go to school to be doctors or therapists. I'm not saying be a quack doctor. I'm not saying that at all. Some of you guys have natural healing abilities. Reiki, yoga, meditation, therapy, psychology, writing, communication. You have a natural gift for healing, collective, and you're ignoring that. Or you're downplaying it, or you're doubting it, because if you didn't follow a particular path to come by this information. You didn't follow the beaten path. You made your own path, but you don't trust it because it's like, well, they didn't give me a degree for this. I don't have credentials for this. But you were born with this gift. You were born with this gift. But you have to value the gift enough to appreciate what you can do to cultivate it and then share it with the world through practical action. Starting a school, writing a book, making music, creating a platform. It has to be something that we have access to. If I don't have access to it, then it's not real. It's something in your imagination. It's not reality. It's something that you're thinking about in your head. Okay? However, the message may be that you're being called to change your behaviors in order to heal the earth. Perhaps you'll switch to a cruelty-free diet. Taurus, Venus, what we put in our mouths. New moon in Taurus, changing your diet, especially in the 6th house. Eating less meat, or perhaps you'll pay more attention to how much water or electricity that you use. You're asked to be conscious of your footprint on the sacred earth and all life, and to commit to the healing path. Again, am I on the right path? Finding the path. Commit to the healing path. You guys have to heal yourselves first. You got to heal your heart first, or whatever house the Taurus and Venus or the moon is in. You got to heal that part of your life, your psyche, your consciousness. The first house meaning the personality, your physical appearance. Second house being your values, your resources, what you own. The third house being the way you think, the way you communicate, your skills. The fourth house, home and family dynamics. Fifth house, children, creativity, romance, joy. Sixth house, work, health, habits, and routines. Seventh house, relationships, open enemies, business partnerships. Eighth house, transformation, death, other people's resources, intimacy issues. Ninth house, philosophy, spirituality, long distance travel, law, education. 10th house, career, social status, accomplishments, and so on. 11th house, friends, groups, hopes, dreams, wishes. And 12th house, hidden enemies, the subconscious, endings, transformation. The heal the ouch card may also be an indicator of old wounds and broken bonds being mended. You have to mend the broken bond within yourself, collective. Some of you guys have a broken bond within yourself. You've broken some sort of contract, or you feel like you're not connected to yourself. So that's why there's a schism or a chasm between earth and fire energies. You haven't integrated them too well. So you guys could have an aversion to authority or structure or father figure. And so it's like now you're being irresponsible, reckless. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. I don't like structure. I don't like order. I want to live freely, because there could be a father issue or issue with authority. Someone who had control of your life in an abusive, authoritative, obstructive, disciplinarian way. Right? Or on the other hand, you had too much structure. No, you had too much freedom, which led to your life being a bit chaotic and unpleasant and even tragic to some extent. Like, a lot of deaths in the family due to people taking drugs or alcohol or accidents. And so now you're too structured. You're afraid of coloring outside the lines because you grew up in an environment where there was so much chaos and confusion that you did not feel safe. The structure makes you feel safe. So you could have too much of that. You have to balance both, collective. Reconciliations are possible now. Let bygones be bygones. That's like healing the trauma from your past. The new moon, let bygones be bygones. All right, one more angel number message. Hopefully I have enough juice in my device to record. Okay, we have 9999. Lessons learned. Culmination. That's the full moon. We're in a new moon now. Results, benefits, reflection, completion. You have completed a cycle, collective, and now you're ready to start a new moon cycle. A new cycle based on whatever house the new moon is falling in. 10th house, career, social status. 8th house, other resources, transformation, spirituality. 6th house, work, health, habits, so on. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goals. You have to set a goal first, collective, to be optimistic about it. Too much fire is no goals. Too much earth, too many goals. Perfectionism. I can't get started unless I have these things in order. And that's an excuse for you not to live in the moment. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you. So you're ready. You are ready, collective. You are ready. The new moon is in Taurus. You're ready. You have the experience, the knowledge, and the wisdom to go on this path. But you have to live in the moment, and you have to also follow a structure or a plan. It can't just be laissez-faire, bluesy, blasey. I do what I feel like doing when I feel like it. That's not how Earth works. Earth is about cycles. It's also about reaping what you sow. Saturn energy. You got to plant the seeds. You got to cultivate the soil. You got to till to those seeds that as they grow, water them, give them sunlight, take care of them. That's the structure. So the living in the moment is you planting the seed of whatever idea you have. But you have to cultivate that seed by being disciplined, by being organized, by being practical and having faith that what you're cultivating will bear fruit down the line. Lessons have been learned. One more card, please, for the collective. 9999. This is excelente. The big break. Innovation, focus, creation, progress forward, movement, skills, and goals. Again, setting a goal. Let me go this way. 1515. An opportunity, help, extra cash, or other support is coming your way. So keep going and have fun. Live in the moment, having fun, when performing your tasks. Saturn, Taurus, Earth energy. Have fun when performing your task. Make your work fun, collective. The most tremendous success comes from passion. All efforts will be rewarded big time. This is Venus in Taurus. Jupiter, the moon is in exaltation right now in Taurus. This is the perfect time to plant seeds. We have an exalted new moon in Taurus, which will be making a conjunction with Uranus in Taurus by tomorrow. This is a perfect time to plant seeds, collective. Write down a plan, write down your goals. If you don't know what your goals are, spend the next 24 hours visualizing what those goals are. Where do you want to be in 6 months or in 3 months, in a year and a half, 5 years? How do you want your life to look? Not just based on having a big house and a big car. What are you doing on a daily basis that gives you fulfillment? What are you doing on a daily basis that not only gives you fulfillment, but financial rewards? What can you do every day for the rest of your life and not feel like you're working? So keep going and have fun. Live in the moment when performing your tasks. Earth energy, finding the path. Okay, so you guys need to establish some sort of plan, some sort of goal, map it out. Map it out. Map it out, collective. You need a map. And, you can use other people for guidance. You can see, okay, I want to be like this particular guru. I want to be like David Goggins. I want to be like Sadhguru. I want to be like this teacher, this professor, this dancer, this singer. That's fine. You can use them as like inspiration, but you don't have to follow their path. Create your own path, but have a path, have a goal, have a structure, have a system through which you can apply or channel your energy effectively. You can't cook food without a pot. I mean, you could imagine having a big pit fire and you just throw a steak into the fire. Like, it's going to be on a dirty soil, number one. It's going to get burnt, number two. You're going to get burnt trying to retrieve the meat from that a big fire pit. No, you need to have something to hold that fire, to channel that energy effectively, optimally, efficiently. All right, guys, I'm leaving it there. Thank you for listening. Look forward to your feedback. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.